Hello, what is up everybody? But before we begin this video, if you guys could please smash that like button. Beg you to hit that like button, helps the channel grow and get recommended to you guys on YouTube, as well as hit that subscribe button if you have not already. Thank you for 63,000 subscribers. Let's try to get to 65 to 70k before the start of NBA 2K21. In this video, as you guys can see, we are having a tier list for the shooting badges. So the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So as you guys can see, it's going to be the S, the A, the B, the C, and then the D tier list. So we're going to rank them. S is the best and D is the worst. So 5 is the worst and 1 is the best for this one right here. So first up, the first badge we're going to talk about, we're going to go with the D tier list first. On the D tier list, obviously because we're talking about Park and we're talking about Pro-Am, 3v3. For Rec Center, this might be a good badge, but Ice and Vein. Now, all that Ice in the Veins does, it gives you a significant boost to your free throw percentage in close or late game situations in the Pro-Am 5v5 or the Rec Center 5v5. So it's only good if you're going to play the 5v5 modes. If you're not playing 5v5 modes, Ice in the Veins is pretty useless badge. But if you are one of them people who like to play 5v5, this badge could work out for you, but it's still in the D tier list. Now, the next badge in the D tier list is Pump Fake Maestro. Now, Pump Fake Maestro might be good for certain types of players who like to just sit there and just spam pump fakes. But remember, in this game, people will not jump as much on the 3-point line, but all it does is shortens the time that determines how long after a pump fake a player can shoot without incurring a shot percentage penalty. So if you like to sit there and pump fake a lot of the time, but remember, this won't work against a lot of good people, okay? This will work against people who aren't the best at the game. People who don't know what they're doing, so rookies, pros, and maybe some all-star 1s to 3s who don't know what they're exactly doing. This could be a useful badge, but overall, it's pretty useless all around, because if you're going to be there spamming pump fakes all the time, you're just wasting badge points at that point, and it's just not really good. That is the D tier list. Now, I want to put for the next tier list, I actually want to put flexible release in the D tier list. I got it on the edge of D and C, but I know a lot of people like this badge, but I'm going to put it in the C tier list just because, okay? Now, we've had stats, we've looked at 2K Labs stats, and what it does, it only helps you for late and early release shots. So if this doesn't help when you're slightly early and doesn't help when you're slightly late. But if you have this in Hall of Fame, you shoot a lot of lates, a lot of earlies because you're lagging or delayed a lot, like I am personally, but I still don't use the badge. It's really not that good of a badge, but I know a lot of people like it, so I'm going to put it in the C tier list just because, but it ain't the best at all, man. Like, I wouldn't recommend this badge for anyone, because if you're going to be shooting earlies and lates, it's really not going to help you that much anyway. It's going to help you make, I think it was like, it'll help you like 10%. So 1 out of 10 shots to 2 out of 10 shots is going to help you. Late early releases are going to go in, you know? Like, if you're really a bum or you're lagging, this badge can help you. But this badge is pretty useless and highly overrated, in my opinion. And a lot of people's opinion. It's really useless. The next badge I want to put on the list is Pick and Popper. Now, Pick and Popper, don't get me wrong, it helps you with the screen and you roll to the 3-point line and try to shoot a 3. But at the same time, the stats that it increases, it doesn't increase your shooting percentage by that much. It increases it by a slight, tiny bit. It's like flexible release. It actually increases your slightly early, slightly late, and your green percentage by a little bit. It doesn't increase it by that much, so significantly that it's worth more badge points. So these ones, for the ones at the bottom, the 5 one, I wouldn't put any badge points towards it. If you want to put badge points towards these ones, bronze is the highest I would ever go, or I would never use them. So that's what that is. And the next one's when you put bronze or silver, then the next one's silver to gold, then the next one is what you put Hall of Fame or gold. That's the max you should put it on. But Pick and Popper, it doesn't really help you that much, but it gives you 3. So if you set a screen and roll to the 3-point line of mid-range, you got 1 to 3 seconds to shoot the shot, and when you shoot the shot, it gives you a percentage increase of making the shot. So that's why Pick and Popper there. But next we are going to look at Slithery Off Ball. Now, Slithery Off Ball, okay, now this badge is very good for people who have 1 to 3 shooting badges, especially if you're a center, okay? Now, with this badge, when attempting to get open off screens, the player more effectively navigates through traffic. So if the teammate, like if you're the center, right, and you're trying to play up against the point guard who's sitting at the top on the 3-point line, and the center's setting screens, and the point guard gets hit in the screen, you can run through the traffic and get to that point guard to be able to defend him more often. And when you're trying to get to the paint, try to get positioning, this helps you get positioning, helps you get positioning anywhere on the court. Slippery Off Ball is a good badge if you have it on bronze, especially if you're an interior finisher or interior force, only a 1 shooting badge. Put this on, it can help you out in clutch situations, but I wouldn't put it any higher than bronze, and it's pretty useless overall. That's why I'm going to put that one. Now the next one looking at is deep phase. Now deep phase, for instance, is only good for people who like to play in the post. So if you're a post scorer who likes to cheese in the post score, now the reason I put it in the bronze to silver category is because it improves the chance of making a post fadeaway from deep range. Post fadeaways taken far from the bucket receive a less distance penalty than normal. So if you see a lot of people run this badge, if they're a post scorer that like to fade away mid ranges, close shots, that's why they have it on, so they can fade away 3-point shots without a less of a penalty. But the percentage that increases, it only increases your slightly early or slightly late by a little bit, but your green percentage does get a pretty big buffer. And that's why it's like a no skill badge, because post scorers take a tiny bit of skill. Okay, now remember, like, every build doesn't take that much bit of skill, but deep fades isn't that highly recommended of a badge in my opinion, and that's why I'm going to put it in the 3, so the B tier list. The next badge we're going to look at is for the B tier list is steady shooter. Now steady shooter is only good if you have sharp takeover, or you just like to shoot heavily contested shots for fun. I've used it a couple of times, and it wasn't that bad of a badge if you have sharp takeover and you like to shoot heavily contested shots. But if you don't like to shoot heavily contested shots, it's not increased by that much. But if you have Hall of Fame Deadeye with Hall of Fame steady shooter with a 90+3 ball with sharp take, this badge is ultimately one of the most deadliest badges on Hall of Fame to use, and it is really toxic. That's why I'm going to put it in the B tier list, because I do think that it can work and it can help people out in the long run, and that's why I'm going to put it there. What is your opinions on steady shooter? I'd love to hear your opinions in the comments section down below. And that is the last one for that list. I may have to put one in there later. I'll talk about that later in the video. The next list that we are looking at, now I want to put tireless shooter in that B tier list. Now tireless shooter, for instance, I put this on Hall of Fame because they have the extra shooting badges. It improves a player's ability to make shots when fatigued, and shot attributes on jump shots suffer a smaller penalty than normal when fatigued. So if you have no stamina, because you know stamina is a problem on this game, and you want to shoot shots with no stamina, on Hall of Fame it does increase your shooting. Probably make 5 out of 10 shots with Hall of Fame, 1 to 2 with bronze, 3 with silver, and about 4 to 5 with gold. Probably get 5 to 6 with Hall of Fame. When you have no stamina, like, it's 6 out of 10 shots with Hall of Fame. It's pretty good. And that's what I'm going to put in the B tier list, because if you don't have extra shooting badges, I wouldn't recommend it. But if you are the pure point guard who want to run, and you're against double screen on the 2s, and you haven't got Gatorade or anything like that, this badge can help you out tremendously. But that is the tireless shooter badge. The next list we're going with, to start off the next list, we're going to put the green machine badge. Now you guys are probably like, why isn't the green machine badge in the top tier list? Because, hear me out on green machine. Now the stats I showed you in a couple of videos ago, it doesn't increase your shooting percentage and your green percentage, your make percentage, anything really exponentially, that it's going to be such a high difference to have this on. Now this badge is very good on silver to gold or Hall of Fame, depends if you want to run on Hall of Fame, but it takes 2 shots to activate, and if you have a lower 3-point shot, this is a perfect badge to put on. But if you have a high 3-point shot, this badge won't help you out that much, but it does help you with your timing of the release. It gives you a bigger green window, and people really put this on a high pedestal when it isn't that high of a pedestal of a badge, and that's why I'm going to put it in the A tier list. The next badge to go into the A tier list is clutch shooter. Now people were like, why have clutch shooter there? I talked about clutch shooter when the game first came out. I was the first person to ever talk about this badge at the start of the game. I put it up like it was like my 5th video on my channel of NBA 2K20, but this shot attempts increase a large boost to shooting in the clutch moment. So if the outposition team has 16 or above, it activates, or if you have 16 and above, it activates again. So it helps you in late game situations. So if you are down and you're down 16-0, it activates and helps you shoot your shots. It increases your make and green percentage by a humongous margin in Hall of Fame, and that's why I love it. That's why I'm going to put it in the A tier list. Clutch shooter is an amazing badge. I highly recommend you guys all try it on at least bronze and tell me how it went for you guys. But personally, I put this on Hall of Fame every single time, no matter what, and that is the clutch shooter badge. The next one on this list, we are going to put hot start. Now, I talked about this badge in yesterday's video. I had volume shooter and hot start both in that video. Check out that video for the full stats. But hot start on silver is one of the best badges for a high or a low 3-point rating. It increases your make percentage and your green window exponentially, man. It actually helps you out so much, and I highly recommend you guys trying it on at least bronze, especially if you can make your first shot. Hot start will be perfect for you. The next badge we want to talk about is the difficult shots badge. Now, difficult shots only increases your mid-range fadeaway, so it increases your moving mid-range stats. Bronze for +1, silver +2, gold +3, Hall of Fame +4. So it gives you a +4 shooting attribute to your moving mid-range. It doesn't work on the 3-point line. It only works for the mid-range game. But if you have the shot creating takeover, this will help you on the 3-point line, because the shot creating takeover is absolutely deadly and helps you hit your fadeaways. Especially if you want to do close shot fadeaways, put this on a cross key scorer. If you have cross key scorer and difficult shots Hall of Fame with a shot creating takeover, you will never ever miss a close shot, or a mid-range for that matter, ever again. And so I'm going to put it in that category. The next badge I want to talk about is, no, I want to put catch and shoot in the third tier list, sorry. Now, catch and shoot, I showed you stats in the last video in the top 5 essential badges. Now, this badge, I want to put in that one right there in the B tier list, because on silver, it actually is better than gold and Hall of Fame if you want to save badge points. It helps you make your shots. It increases your slightly earlys and slightly lates by a little bit, and your green percentage by a little bit as well. Is it a necessity badge? Not really, unless you're a pure spot-up player, so you're a perimeter lockdown or a setter. Players like that. Point guards, I wouldn't put it on. I took it off my player because at the end of the day, it wasn't helping me at all that much. It increases my shooting percentage by like 3 to 5% on bronze and silver. Hall of Fame gives you like a 10% increase if you have a low 3-point shot. You have like a 70% chance of making the shot with gold catch and shoot on, I'm pretty sure. So catch and shoot is a pretty good badge. That's what I'm going to put in the B tier list. The last badge I want to put in the A tier list is corner specialist. Now, corner specialist on silver is the best tier you want to put it on. It is the best silver badge in the game because it helps you make fadeaway threes, fadeaway mid-ranges from the corner. Also helps you make your fadeaway close shots from the corner, close shots, which is obviously the corner. Shoot anywhere in the corner, so your corner threes and your corner middies standing still. Helps you get shooting badges, helps you make open shots from the corner, and it gives you a 50% increase on your shot with a low 3-point percentage. With a high 3-point percentage, it gives you a 30+ chance of making the shot, and it is a very good badge on silver. Don't put it any higher than silver. That badge is really, really good. Now, to start off the next tier, we want to talk about quick draw. Now, quick draw, I would love 2K to get rid of it out of the game because it's a silly badge, but I see why they did it, because if you have it on silver, the badge you want to have, if you have it on bronze or nothing, don't put it on bronze and don't put it on nothing. It's just a waste of a badge. Silver, put this on for low 3-point shootings, and Hall of Fame for high 3-point attributes, because this badge speeds up your jump shot so you can make the shots more often when you open. As soon as you open, you can hit that bitch and make sure to green it as soon as you catch the ball. But the next badge I want to talk about is the range extender badge. Obviously, you guys know this. It helps you shoot from anywhere on the court. So as soon as so you see the free throw line, anywhere from back there, you need, if you have Hall of Fame, you can hit half court shots. Gold, you can hit the hash mark shots. Then silver can help you hit the threes at the top of the key, and then the bronze can help you shoot anywhere in the mid-range. So this badge is very, very good, and I'll recommend it in the S tier list. The next badge that we're going to talk about is volume shooter. I'm actually going to put this in the tier list below that one. Now, volume shooter I talked about in yesterday's video with Hot Start. Go check that video out. Link in the description at the top right-hand corner of the video. It does help every time you make a shot or shoot a shot, make or miss. It's going to increase your shooting percentage by a fair bit. After the second shot, start seeing a little bit more success in making your shot. So every shot you make or miss, your percent of the shot and your green percentage is going to go up and up and up and up. And that's why people use volume shooter on at least silver. The next badge I want to talk about is Hot Zone Hunter. Now, Hot Zone Hunter is a good badge, but after I showed you a video, it does work the best on silver, especially for high 3-point shooters. For low 3-point shooters, put it on silver as well. It is great to have on, especially if I have cold spots. This negates cold spots and makes them to the neutral spots, and if you're in hot zones, it's going to help you knock them down. And the last badge I want to talk about is Deadeye. Now, Deadeye will help you if someone closes out on you late, you can hit that shot more often. So if you're shooting a shot and they come at you late, jump in your face, it's like a 10% covered. It's not going to really phase you because you have that Hall of Fame Deadeye or silver Deadeye on, and it's going to help you knock down that shot more often. But that is the tier list for shooting badges. If you want to see any more tier lists for any other badges, tell me in the comment section down below, as well as leave that like to tell me in the comment section down below. And obviously tell me if you agree with this tier list. If you did or you didn't, tell me in the comment section down below and why, and how would you rearrange this tier list. But if you guys could please follow me on all my socials, link in the description and in the top comment, as well as hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys for 63,000 subscribers. Catch you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace. Finally got my grand badge, boys. Let's go. Snap it. I gotta snap an ankle right here, right now. Oh, he's a perimeter lock. That doesn't matter. He's on his stomach, man. Kid, I feel sorry for this boy. Oh my god, rest in peace. I'm sorry, mate. I don't want to have to do this. I unlocked my grand badge. You know what time it is? Oh, take a seat. sit down, think about what just happened. I'm here for you.